Hi, so today I am going to talk to you a little bit about 2D shapes, and I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about angles. I noticed that on the most recent packet that was handed out, this is some things that were on it. So I just want to go over these with you. So the first one that we're going to talk about is a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral has 4 edges. These are my edges. This is a rectangle, so a rectangle is considered a quadrilateral. Okay, it also has 4 vertices, which are my corners. Your vertices are your corners. Okay, so your edges are your sides, and your vertices are your corners. Okay, so a quadrilateral has 4 edges or sides and 4 corners. Okay. All right, the next one I'm going to talk to you about is a parallelogram. A parallelogram also has 4 edges or sides, okay? And then it also has 2 sets of parallel lines. So I like to remember parallel because they're the 2 lines that run side by side. They're not going to merge if you push them together. If I push these together, they're not going to merge. If one line was going like this and one line was going like this, eventually they will merge. So parallelogram has 2 sets of parallel lines. This is the first set. I could push these together, they're not going to merge. This is the second set. I can push these together and they're not going to merge. They're not going to collide. Okay, so this is a parallelogram, and you can always remember by the 2 L's that are in parallel. Okay. All right, the next shape that I'm going to talk to you about is a trapezoid. A trapezoid also has 4 edges or 4 sides. But the difference with a parallelogram, with a trapezoid, is it only has 1 set of parallel lines, which are these right here. If I pushed these 2 lines together, they're going to collide up here at the top. If I push these 2 sides together, they're not going to collide. Okay, so this is a trapezoid. A trapezoid only has 1 set of parallel lines. It is different from the parallelogram because the parallelogram has 2 sets of parallel lines. Okay, you see the difference? All right, the next one I'm going to talk to you about is a rhombus. A rhombus also has 4 sides or 4 edges. And a rhombus also has 2 sets of parallel lines, like a parallelogram. So this would be a set, and this would be a set. If I push these together, they're not going to collide. Okay? All right, now I'm going to talk to you about angles. I noticed this was also on the packet, so I'm just going to go over this just a little bit. A right angle is 90 degrees. If you noticed on the packet, it had a square, and the square had 4 other little squares inside of it. These squares represent the 90-degree angles. So a square, you could ask yourself, has how many right angles? If you said 4, that's correct. 4 right angles, okay? All right, the next one is an obtuse angle. An obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees. So here, we couldn't make that square. It's greater than the 90 degrees, but it's also less than 180, okay? So this is an obtuse angle. All right, the next one is an acute angle. An acute angle is less than 90 degrees. So right here, we would see that this is less than 90 degrees. We couldn't put that square in there, okay? All right, so the challenge that I have for you today is to go out and make shapes using sticks or rocks, and then determine what kind of angle your shape has, okay? All right, thanks.